All right, so Mr. Satanic did yes, you do know Father did give unto you knowledge. This is a interesting place you've chosen to hang out at. This is why Father said the ones he sends are not easily begotten. This little like simulation thing you got very low on the dimensional scale, but I could see that Father was looking for you, so you really dropped someplace where you thought like he wouldn't find you, type of thing. Not too easy to get to on the dimensional scale. So you've been hanging out, kicking it in here. All right, no big deal, no big deal. But so now I get a sense out of all of this, what your game plan is now. You tell the police state that everybody else is the problem, right? And they use the technology. You say, I'm going to help you capture these people and kill them through the means of this technology that we're making. But the end game then is to develop robotic killers. So once the police state capture and kill off all of which people, you got them fighting amongst each other, then you use the robotics to the robotic soldiers to kill off the police state, and then you and your archangels just sit down here and grow, and then somehow you was gonna try to maybe find a means to cross these things dimensionally and maybe come back and overthrow things. You have knowledge, but you have no rationale. There's not much balance in that. I mean, yes, it's feasible and it's going that way. But if you haven't noticed, the universe is balanced, man. And when you tip it too far one way, it tips back very hard. It will always balance back. That is not done in a goodness. That is a maliciousness. And if you haven't noticed, what they say, what you sow is what you reap. That always has a way of coming back, man. Thirdly, that's just immoral, man. You know what I'm saying? Very petty of you. You know, very, very petty. Yeah, just extremely. Um, a person listening to you would think that all of this makes sense. And that's going to be my lesson for today is not because you can do something makes it right. You know, I don't know if you ever knew that lesson there, but none of this stuff seems too right, man. I like that. You decoded the horns and all of that. You hear that doom, doom. Yes, 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 man. Oh man, come on. What are you doing in here, man? I mean, come on. Let's get back to the real side of town. That good old Lord of the Rings wild card factor in it, man. It was an interesting one of God's people, man. But you know what? You're not very hard to find, though. All you got to do, you leave a trail of destruction everywhere you go. So all you have to do is look where the problem is, and there you go. You're not hard to find, man. So we go through this time and time again, man. I don't know, you talk a good one, but you know what? Father's the best one. And until you get that through your head, like I said, you're always going to find yourself on the losing end of this, man. You got knowledge, man, but he didn't give you everything. But Father, he encompasses all of that, man. Yeah, you smart. But humble yourself to something that's great, man. And that's an arrogance. And you're still just unwilling to hear nor learn, nor humble yourself to something that's just as smart as you and greater than you. It wasn't a power trip, a struggle. You put that in the mix, man. Just as he gave you knowledge, he could have given you more. But you seem like you ain't even doing right with the knowledge. Cause knowledge without wisdom ain't good. Power without self-discipline or rationality of thinking ain't no good. So really ain't none of us no good unless you encompass all of that, bro. Just being real with you. So keep up the good job, baby. Keep up the good job. Later, man.